When we go live, we'll chat anyway.
Sound to your mind.
Breathe. I stay quiet as I light on my loud light. Breathe. I balance diet, I'm just trying to get my pounds right. Breathe. I stay quiet as I light on my loud light. Breathe. I balance diet, I'm just trying to get my pounds right. Shouts all on my team, I need more than a mattress support in my dreams. Could grab a few Z's like I'm falling asleep, but I don't wanna wake for the morning. Grief, breathe. Tears drop to the form in the sea. A broke heart, but it's worn in my sleeve. Never listened, I was warned in my teens, but I still skipped school, I was taught in the streets. Ring back, don't call for police. Stand tall, don't fall for the beast. Got issues with trust, so I'm born to believe. We've been a victim of love and now we're caught in it deep. Breathe.
What's later? This sorry guys, bear me 1 minute. What's happened there? It's my bad, man. I know what was going on. Lumi Rain already starting. What's later? This live or Gav's appreciation for Arteta? Let me tell you this for free, yeah. You see Arteta, he will never get my appreciation, never. Maybe if he can somehow, scumbag a Champions League, but that final showing, yeah, that just told me all I needed to know. So none of that over here. But anyway, big up to yourself, Lumi Rain, each and every time. Big up to Christopher McGrath as well. Fizz, what you saying, bro? You all good?
Yeah, man, same old same. Can't complain, innit? What about yourself?
Yeah, man, I'm all good. You know what, yeah? I was going through this Borussia Dortmund all-time 11, yeah? And I have to say, this is probably going to be one of the more difficult ones than I expected.
You think?
Bro, I'm telling you. I'll tell you now, yeah. I've got a team in my head. 1-0 Mexico. I've got a team in my head, yeah. But I don't know how we're gonna fit all these players in. I've got a team, yeah, and because the thing is, I'm going through all these players, yeah, and I forgot Dortmund had this amount of quality because I've literally got about 6 or 7 attackers, yeah, that have to be in there, regardless. So
you're when you're saying attackers, you're talking wings, 10s, strikers, the lot in it.
You're damn right. Yeah. Bro, I'll tell you now, yeah, I've got a formation, yeah. 4-2-3-1, that's gonna be scrapped. Lumi saying 4-4-2, yeah. Nah. Listen, the 4-4-2, the 4-2-3-1, that's got to be scrapped. I'm thinking 3 at the back because I don't know how we're gonna figure out this team.
Are you sure? Because there's a right back that I think you're gonna be fucking upset about missing out on.
Oh shit, bro! You know what's funny?
You forgot all about him.
Oh fuck! You know what? I had one right back, yeah, and it's not the one you're thinking of. Shit. Okay, well let's add him in now then.
You get me? And then you've got a left back who was pretty decent.
Yeah. Don't worry. We'll get onto it.
Well,
you know what?
Like I say, I actually wrote 4 formations down and couldn't decide on any of them. So I got the 4-2-3-1, 4-3-2-1, 4-4-1-1, and 4-2-2-2, and none of them really work.
Bro, this is gonna be tough, man.
I can't fit, guys. But the thing is, when it comes down to it, like I feel like the formation's the trickiest bit because once the formation's decided, the team almost picks itself. It just depends on how many 10s you've got, whether you're playing, you know what I mean? How many midfielders. Just depends. Like I can always get rid of one of these 10s and accommodate the extra defender. But it's because for me, I've pretty much got my first choice team already kind of there. The only issue I have is at the 10. Because if I've only got 1 10, I'm struggling. But
Well,
if I
this is the
get two
thing, yeah.
tens, then I'm missing I don't know where I'm missing something from. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, yeah, I'm looking at it like this, yeah, but I don't think this is gonna work. I'm looking at a formation where there's three at the back, which means that the wingers are wing backs. There's one central midfielder, two tens, and then two strikers. But I don't know how we're gonna do all that.
Nah,
Yeah,
because for me, if we're gonna have it where we've got unless we're gonna do it like we did the Liverpool, where you had like Barnes as a wing back, knowing full well he's not gonna be a wing back, he's gonna be a winger.
yeah,
That's the only way for me, because like there's no point in adding an extra centre back into the mix. If the fullbacks are gonna be the two names that I've got written down here, we might as well go
yeah.
four at the back if we're gonna use them two as wing backs.
The,
Why?
and the funny thing is, yeah, I know for a fact we've got the same wing backs.
Yeah.
I know we've got the same wing backs. Yeah.
To be fair, for me, this is what I'm saying. For a lot of positions, there might
And
be an option.
wait, sorry. Let me stop you there. Yeah, let me stop you there. You know how crazy this is. We've got the same wing backs. Yeah. What's the first game that I'm doing for the World Cup watch along?
Fucking Morocco. Fucking is it Portugal?
Brazil, Morocco.
Yeah.
How mad is that? How mad is that? That is mad, isn't it?
But that's what I'm saying. It's we're living in a simulation, bro. I'm telling you.
That is crazy. That is crazy. All right, so we're gonna go four at the back here.
Right. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna go. What we're gonna do? We're gonna go three midfielders, but have two of them as wingers. Kind of like I would basically, if we're gonna go with the 4-3-2-1, my three would be one centre mid, two wingers, then there'll be two tens in it behind the striker. So essentially, we'll only be playing one centre midfielder, and the rest is all attackers.
So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at one centre midfielder, two tens in front of him, then two wide men, and that means you can't get the two strikers. Then it's got to be one striker.
Yeah, but for me, like the striker's really the only real conversation to have, and for me, it's a short conversation anyway.
It's a short one, yeah, but we have to pay homage to a couple of strikers. You know what I mean?
100. But that's what I'm saying. For me, if we've got two tens, there's someone that's gonna get left out. Because I've got three names here, but I know exactly.
We're thinking the same, yeah. And the funny thing is, yeah, I know exactly the one you're going for, but I'm going for the other two. This is what I'm saying, man. This is gonna be difficult. I was looking at the team, yeah. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, are we going to fit all these players in? Someone's going to be left out in either at the 10 or the striker. Someone's being left out.
Yeah. Like, to be fair, no matter how we do it, like if we've got one striker, we have a 10 and two strikers that realistically should be starting that aren't even getting a sniff. But I've also got like 4 or 5, could be 6 if you really want to push it, wingers. You know what I mean? So, and we're gonna only play 2, so there's gonna be people left out no matter what we do here, bro. We just got to accept it.
There is, and it's gonna be a headache here. But all right, let's get on to it.
I do feel with a lot of these key positions, we're gonna agree almost instantly on most people. We might only bump heads on like 3 positions out of this whole 11, you know.
This is hard. I'm trying to think here. Is there a way that we could disregard the fullbacks to get more players in? We can't, can we?
Only way we could do it is potentially as if we went 3-4-2-2.
3-4-2-2. So two tens, two strikers.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's not gonna work then.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, so
it kind of only works with one centre midfielder.
With one, yeah, that's exactly the problem I was looking at. All right, so 4-1-2-3. So wait, so 4-1-2-3,
innit?
4-1-2-3. Let me see if that's in there. I don't know if that formation's even there.
Wings, in it.
4-1-2-3, yeah.
Because
All
if
right.
not, maybe it'd be a 4-3-2-1 in it, and we just got to put the wide players at the side.
No. Do you know what? It works. Yeah, it works. All right, let me share my screen, guys. Make sure you're smashing that like button as well, and make sure you are subbing to the channel as well. Let me just share my screen, and then we're gonna get the Borussia Dortmund team going. Because I literally was going through this team, and I was thinking, wait a minute, man, I forgot they had all these bad boys, and it's like someone's gonna have to be left out, but I'm not even sure if it's even right them players being left out. I've got a feeling who your number 10 is gonna be, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
I've got a feeling. All right, cool. So let's go through the lineup. Yeah, I mean the goalkeepers. So I think goalkeeper might be pretty simple. Yeah, but I've got three names. Yeah, I've got Roman Weidenfeller, Gregory Kobel, and Roman Berkey.
I've got Berkey and Kobel.
Okay, now the reason I'm gonna say Weidenfeller, yeah, because I'm going straight out. I'm going Weidenfeller, yeah. Because I believe Weidenfeller has been probably their most successful goalkeeper. Because if you think of the team that he was behind, I believe that's when Dortmund were probably at their most successful. Because I don't think Berkey or Kobel have won anything of note with Dortmund.
No, I hear it, but that's like saying I'm gonna pick fucking John O'Shea over Delit because John O'Shea's won shit. Like,
hey, listen, he's nuts on Figo alone, man. Should get him in there. To be fair,
but to be fair, I'm willing. I'm not really that dead set on a keeper myself. Anyway, my personal preference, I do like that Kobel. I do like him, but like you say, he's not won nothing, and it might be a little bit early to give it to him. I know he's been there for a hot minute now, but obviously he's a keeper. He could be playing for another fucking 10, 12 years. You know what I mean? So
how old was Kobel? I swear Kobel was like.
Only like 24,
late?
25.
He's 24, 25.
Yeah, I swear he's not that old. One sec, I'll just check it now.
I could have sworn he's old now.
Nah, I swear he's fairly young, you know.
Lumi's saying Weidenfeller in goal. I like the way Lumi's thinking because I'm literally saying Weidenfeller because that team that Dortmund had here, which for me is been their best team I've ever seen them have. He was their goalkeeper, so that's literally why I'm going with him. You know, big up to Lumi Rain as well with the super sticker. Big up yourself each and every time. Listen, I'm saying Weidenfeller, but I'm open to hearing other suggestions. I know you like Kobel. Kobel's actually a good keeper. I think Roman Berkey. I think he's from Switzerland.
Berkey made the list for me because he was there for so long. He's more of a, you know what I mean? He's been there for fucking ever, innit? So
yeah.
He kind of made the list by default just for how long he'd been there. And again, he wasn't a bad keeper, but you wouldn't have put him in a list with like the top 5 at the time, would you?
No.
So kind of rules.
The thing is though, I think Weidenfeller, if I'm right, has been there. I swear he's been like their longest serving goalkeeper.
Might have been because he'd have been there before this fucking. Even like before the bracket of this started, before 05, innit?
Yeah.
So fucking obviously it's fucking I only went from 05 onwards, innit? And within that space there, fucking Berkey was fucking there longer, and then fucking obviously Kobel was there fucking like most recent, innit? So I just put them two down for the sake of any time in the past when I put down guys that have only been there for like 2 seasons or whatnot, I get shot down for that shit. You get me? So, but like I say, with a keeper, age doesn't really play as big of a factor as when you're talking about a midfielder or a striker, innit? So
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I'll be all right to go with that still.
So yeah. So what you want to go with Wyden, fella? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with it.
Yeah. I think let's just get the keeper out the way. And as I said, I'm literally going Wyden, fella, because he's been their most successful keeper. For the team that they had. So yeah, let's put him in there, and then we can move on to more interesting stuff. And guys, make sure you're giving us your comments and your questions as well, and let us know who you think should be in this lineup. Big up to Foxy Danny as well for coming through. Big up. All right, let's go to the fullbacks. I think fullback, I had one name down, yeah. And I had one name down, and then you just brought it to my mind, yeah. How can I forget Hakimi?
Bro.
I had Lucas Piszczek, yeah.
Nah.
And again, Piszczek has been part, just like Weidenfeller, yeah. He has been part of Dortmund's most successful period.
Yeah.
But then when you told me when you mentioned Hakimi, I was thinking, wait a minute, Hakimi, fuck, forgot he was even there. Hakimi has to be in there straight away, yeah.
Like for me, like I forgot that he was there, and I'd gone through, and who I wrote down for left back, I didn't even write it down because I thought, yeah, it was good, but he's at that point I'm thinking 3 at the back, more attackers than anything in it. But then obviously when I seen him, I'm like, I'm gonna have to write down that left back's name. Then I can't. There's no way he's getting left out of this team.
The thing is, you know what's mad though, yeah. Like, and I reckon there's not many people that I've probably forgotten, yeah. You know Hakimi come through at Real Madrid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bro, he was their right back, and they allowed him to go on loan to Dortmund, and now the guy's arguably the best right back playing for in the world, playing for PSG.
But that's the thing, though. Like fucking Real Madrid, they're the kings of that shit. Like the amount of players they've had at a young age, and then just let go, and they've ended up being world beaters. It's ridiculous. Like fucking
100,
they had like people like fucking Baptista and fucking guys like mad young ages, bro. They've always done it, man. They've always done it. Like Etu was the surprising one for me when I clocked Etu.
Yeah.
Like fucking hell.
Etu was there, man. It's crazy, isn't it?
Bro, it's fucked. Well, to be fair, like I say, they've always been good at that. They've always signed young talent. And like, look, they're still doing it now. Look at fucking Gula and fucking Endrick. You know what I mean? They're still constantly doing it. Like,
I think the thing with Hakimi, though, Hakimi played for them, but he didn't really make a lot of appearances. But they just allowed him to go on loan and then eventually let him go permanently. And now the guy's the best right back in the world. So,
but this is the thing. I could see a similar path with Endrick. Endrick didn't get much game time, got loaned out, done well on loan. I could imagine him selling an Endrick and in 5 years' time and being the best striker in the world.
Yeah. But the thing is, there's talk about Mourinho wants him to stay though, isn't it, Endrick?
But that again, don't it like I've seen something about obviously because one candidate's fucking saying that he wants to bring Jose if he wins, and the other one's talking about bringing Klopp or something in it.
Oh yeah. So the other guy, so the guy that was in that was competing with Florentino Perez, he said that if he wins the election, he's gonna get Klopp, and I think he said there was a player that he promised as well or something like that. I can't remember, but he definitely wanted Klopp, that guy. I remember reading it. So
because that's what I'm saying with those kind of things, like elections have been won that way. Like an election was won. The guy came out and said that he'll sign Figo from Barca in it. Fucking won the election and it made it happen. But
bro, but the funny thing is, you know what makes me laugh about all that? Yeah, it's like what's stopping someone that's running for the presidency? Yeah, someone could just say something outlandish and say, "Okay, if I win, I'm gonna go and sign." I don't know, Kvaratskhelia or like you can just be lying, isn't it? to try and get obviously
but that's the thing though. if you lie to get in that position there, bro, you will get killed. You know what I mean? Like them, bro. Them fans, you do not lie to them fans. You know, like I'm telling you now, like my man would not be safe. Like you couldn't stay in Madrid after winning the election, promising something that you know full well you didn't.
If you vote me and I'm going for Kvaratskhelia, and then he signs Madueke.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, there'd be fucking riots. He'd be literally just slaughtered in the street in front of millions of people. Like, you couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. Like, it's a different game, innit? And to be fair, I feel like fucking like when these like because obviously I watched the thing about the Figo transfer in it. Like, obviously, before my man announced doing it, he spoke to the agent and found out what the release clause was and made sure like right what will Figo sign for, like what's the cost gonna be, and got everything patterned beforehand. Obviously nothing could be signed, but it was all on giving word in it. Obviously Figo's agent had gave his word, like you're signed for this amount, this is how much the release fee is, and my man was like, right, cool, I'll do it. If I win, you got to make sure it happens, though, innit? Like, there was a lot of pressure between him winning and then Figo actually signing it.
Yeah, but exactly.
Obviously, fucking, it's one of them. No, you don't mention something like that unless you've already got it planned out and know how it's gonna happen, innit? So I feel like my man saying that he was gonna bring Klopp in. Klopp must have had serious combos with him. He's not gonna say that just hoping that he can do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, imagine if you're just saying that though. It'd be funny, innit? But
bro, that'd be joke.
Yeah, nah. But listen, I think the thing is, I think when he's going up against Perez, I think there's a lot more involved than just thinking you can just oust Perez, who's been there forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah. But anyway, let's move on to left back, and we're definitely thinking of the same player. And there's 3 names in there. You know, you've got Rafael Guerrero, currently at Bayern Munich. You've got Marcel Schmelzer, and again, Schmelzer and Lucas Piszczek were part of, you know, Dortmund's most successful side, playing right back and left back. But I think I think me and you both thinking the same player, and that is the Brazilian Dede. Yeah, and this guy was sick. This guy was ridiculous. You know, not quite the level of Roberto Carlos or Marcelo, but still, he was attacking left back, top
heights to reach, though, innit? Let's be real, like just because he's Brazilian, that's why he gets like that little asterisk. If he was Portuguese, no one would be saying anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
He was a top player, man. Put him in a Dutch fucking team. He's a star fucking fullback. But when you're competing with names like Marcelo, you're not getting a sniff, man.
Yeah, I think if you look at him as well, you had obviously Roberto Carlos, and then you had him. Was it Maxwell, and a few others that were obviously not Roberto Carlos, but coming through. And then you eventually had Marcelo in it, and you know Marcelo for me. I know. Obviously, you rate Roberto Carlos just like me, but I don't think I've seen a better left back in Marcelo. I think he was that good, man, that talented, you know. But Dede was good though, man. He was very good, you know. I can't remember how long he was at Dortmund for, you know. But
there for a little bit though. He was there for a little bit because I remember seeing him like on a couple team sheets. Obviously, when I was going through it, I go through by the season, and he was there for a couple.
Yeah,
but
he was a very good left back, man. I'm trying to think who played on the other side when he was there. Who was their right back at the time? You remember? I can't remember. All right, Gav, will you do a Crystal Palace best ever 11? Nah, it's got to be it's major teams, isn't it? And I think if you want to do a Crystal Palace all-time 11, I mean, I can just tell you the names on live now, man. Zaha, Elise, Eze, Mateta. I mean, I don't want to be hearing no Paddy McCarthy and you know, and Andy Johnson and that. You know what I mean? Let's allow all that, man, please. But Big up yourself, man. It's only major teams around the world. The Crystal Palace one, if we're being serious, would literally be over in 10 minutes.
Nah,
You know what I mean?
to be fair, there are
Ian
smaller
Wright,
teams.
yeah.
There are smaller teams.
Mark Bright. Come up, God.
I was gonna say there are smaller teams that could actually do one like say like even a Leeds, a West Ham, because these have had some fucking serious ballers throughout. So
Yeah.
like some of the smaller teams we could actually do, but it's like, well, you know, where Leeds always fighting relegation. West Ham's just been relegated. It's like, well, I don't feel like these are hot topics to be discussing. You know what I mean? You got to be talking about the top teams, innit? But
well, hey, but to be fair though, yeah, to be fair, you know, I think obviously we're not gonna do Crystal Palace, yeah, but Crystal Palace have every right, yeah, for us to be doing, because at least they have European heritage. Just saying. So,
I knew that.
So Palace have European heritage, and we all know there's a certain team that somehow was sneaked into this conversation. They don't have European heritage. So yeah, to be honest with you, man, it could be
no, I hear it. I hear it, but we're not doing a Nottingham Forest one neither, you know what I mean? So it's like, forget some of them ones. But to be fair, obviously, like Palace, like you say, it'd be fairly easy in it, because it's not really like for me, it's not at the depth of players like a West Ham have had some serious ballers throughout the years, you know what I mean? So there's
my God, man,
a few positions to discuss there, you know what I mean? But obviously,
again, another team of European heritage, isn't it? So
yeah. But again, if there's a bit more of a convo to have about a team, then it's more likely that we can do one in it. But like a Palace one, we'd breeze through that. The hardest thing would be picking a formation, and then we just fucking it'd just be right. He's going there. It's over. But
yeah, I hear it. Man, like Mile Jedinak and that as well, innit? In midfield. Yeah, Palace, man, have had some decent players, but yeah, I think that'll be over quick time, innit?
Yeah, it'd be too easy to pick a best 11. Like these ones, it's better when there's a fair
so many players, isn't it?
Yeah. Like look at that Brazil one, how hard that was, but how good the team was at the end. You know what I mean? It's like that's the level you really want, innit?
I hear it. Ben Watson, you know. Ben Watson. Yeah, Attilio Lombardo. What a bad boy he was. Attilio Lombardo. Oh, that guy had a bald head, man, for days. Oh, what a player he was, man. But yeah, big up, man. But we can't be doing Palace, man, I'll be honest. But European heritage, you know, innit? Anyway, let's move it on. Centre backs, yeah. I think Lumi Rain's already put it in the chat anyway, and I'm pretty happy with that. But there is one that I definitely think deserves, you know, competition with it, yeah. But I put in Nicholas Sule, Nico Schlotterbeck, Christoph Metzelder, Christian Verns. But for me, it's got to be Mats Hummels and Neven Subotic.
They were
what do you reckon,
bro? But you have missed that. I'm gonna butcher the name, but that Papa Stat, the whole.
Nah, he ain't getting in there. Socrates. Nah.
He was okay, you know. I liked him. I thought he was okay.
not for this team.
Nah. He doesn't get in ahead of fucking Subotic or fucking Hummels, though. Let's be clear. But I did like if we were gonna go free at the back, I'd be more happy with a Papa than a fucking Emery Chan or something shit. You know what I mean? Like,
to be fair, Socrates was better at Dortmund than he was at Arsenal. To be fair, you know what I mean. So, but yeah, I mean, I was gonna put him in, but I thought, you know, sometimes there's players that just can't get in. You know.
I hear it.
You know what I'm trying to say.
To be fair, I was being generous writing extra names after Hummels and Subotic. You know what I mean, guys? You already know these men are in. That was a fucking pairing that you can't.
But again, bro, let's not forget Christoph Metzelder. You know.
Oh yeah. Nah, to be fair, solid defender. Yeah. But
he was the only one that I was thinking could probably get in there. You know,
who would he get in over? Because it can't. Well, but basically it's got to be Subotic in it because it's not Hummels.
Subotic, yeah. Hummels is in there
Yeah,
easily, but
one of the first names on the team sheet, Hummels, isn't it?
100,
Uh,
yeah.
Nah,
He was
I'd still be
he was for me, Hummels, yeah. I likened him to, a John Terry.
Mm.
Very good in the air, no pace, but the guy could read the game. You know what I mean?
I hear it.
And again, this is a guy that came through at Bayern Munich as well, and then went to Dortmund and went back to Bayern. Crazy. Crazy.
To be fair though, yeah, looking at the other names, you got fucking Akanji and that. It's sad, isn't it?
Oh yeah, bro, Akanji. I forgot. Hey, I didn't even put Akanji in the list.
No, again, he's not getting in the list. What you know what I mean? This it's a waste of time, really. I wasted ink writing even writing Chan name down. I wasted ink, good ink on 3 letters.
I hear it. Right, listen, we've got let's do the 3, which are the 2 10s and the midfield. And I think this possibly might be the longest section because I just got a feeling, yeah. Go on.
Well, the 10s might be, but let's get the first thing that's easily done. Get the centre midfielder is Gundogan, innit?
You're damn right. Thank God for that, man. I thought you was gonna put a spanner in the works there for a minute.
Sahin or something.
Let me tell you about this guy here, Gundogan, yeah. For me, when he was at Man City in his prime, he was their best player. People would say, Kevin De Bruyne, yeah. It was Ilkay Gundogan. And the reason I say that, is because Kevin De Bruyne, very much like Steven Gerrard, yeah. These guys are highlights players, with the passing, the long range passing, Gerrard's long busting runs, etc. Yeah. But you see this guy, Ilkay Gundogan, yeah. He could play as a DM, he could play centre mid, as a false 9. And notoriously, when Man City played well, it was because, he was the one that was instrumental. But I think someone like De Bruyne was getting the headlines. But Gundogan was instrumental, man, for Man City. And for Dortmund, that's how he got the move in the first place, And I think for Dortmund, him playing in that team, yeah, which, again, I'm not going to spoil the names, innit? But that Dortmund team they had under Klopp here was, bro, it was ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. They had so much quality, and I think he was someone that was going under the radar because the attack was that good, but yeah, he was the one that I was, I think he's been the easiest pick, I would say. There's no conversation that Gundogan's not going to be there. Sebastian Kehl as well. Nuri Sahin, ex-Liverpool, making his debut at 16. He was also their manager as well. But yes, I'll be honest with you. You had the Bender brothers as well. I mean, not Bender, Sven Bender. No one's getting in ahead of Gundogan for me, And who the other midfielders? So you had the defensive ones. You had Sebastian Kehl, Sunday Elise. Remember him?
Yeah.
Axel Witsel, you mentioned, yeah.
Yeah.
Emre Can.
Nemetcha.
Yeah, but you see what it is now with those type of players, yeah. Because the list is so, like, you've got to be special in it to get in there.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, for me, once you get past, like for example, once we've just put Gundogan in. For me, there's not really maybe a Sahin gets a mention, but after that, Witsel, good player, but are we putting him in a convo with Gundogan? Like,
nah.
You know what I mean? For me, there's no one else to even discuss. Once the centre mids Gundogan. If he was gonna go with 2 centre mids, for me, it was Sahin and Gundogan.
100.
You get me? 100. So it's like I already had that planned out. I'm like, there's no way we're going with 3 midfielders when I see the rest of the attacking players. You know what I mean?
No, listen, 100%. Because if there's one midfielder, it's Gundogan, and even if you're going with 2, like, for me, Nuri Sahin. but no one gets close to Gundogan if you're looking at one central midfielder, innit?
Yeah,
Basically.
and
No, I
again,
agree.
when you go for two centre mids,
Yeah.
realistically, there might be a bit more of a conversation between Witsel and Sahin, but again, it's not much of a convo for me. You know what I mean? Because Sahin for me was just a better all-round player. So
What then Gundogan?
No. Then
Oh,
Witsel, innit? Same
then
for the
Witsel, yeah.
second centre mid position if he was playing two. For me, it'd be Sahin. Like you might be able to have a little bit of a combo, but Witsel instead. But for me, that's a short conversation. You know what I mean? Like he's a clear third place out of those. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like, but it's clear first, second, and third with each of them. So yeah, I didn't even really go too deep in. Like I say, most of these, like, and now is where I've got three like options for everything: three right, three left, three tens, three strikers. You know
So
what I mean?
this is where it gets interesting, yeah. So
But again, I've already got in my head. I know who's where.
Let me rule out, yeah, who's not gonna make the two, because I'm looking at three players, yeah. So Lars Ricken, was a goal scoring midfielder back then.
He was a wonder kid back in the day on LMA and that.
He was actually. Yeah, he was. I remember that actually. Yeah, he was one of the standout wonder kids as well.
When he was like
Julian
19, bro, ridiculous.
Yeah, I think Lars Ricken is actually their director or something like that. He might be.
Yeah, he's definitely got like a club position in it.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't even make my list out of the 310s, so I'm already intrigued there.
No, the thing is, I've just put him in there, innit? Because it's like a worthy mention. Yeah. And Lumi's putting in Jude Bellingham, and it's like, yeah, Lumi. Like, I don't think you've seen football before Jude Bellingham come onto the scene. So we'll ignore that one, yeah. But Julian Brandt as well, top player, but he doesn't get in. Now, who else is there? Right, okay, so
we get into the three main ones now, basically.
Right, so I know we're working with Mario Götze, Shinji Kagawa, and Thomas Rosicky, yeah.
I didn't have Rosicky down. I had fucking Roos.
So I've got Royce, in the wide area.
Nah, I had him down as a 10. There's already enough options on the wings.
Okay, so that makes it easier for me then. Because if we're gonna put Royce in one of the 10s, that means the wingers are basically obvious who it is.
Right, okay.
Okay, so that makes it better for me then. So
but does that not fuck you up? Because did you not already have two 10s in mind? Who did you have in mind for the 10s?
So my two 10s are Götze and Kagawa.
That's what I had. Marco was just the honourable mention. I told you, innit? Like, I know the two that are going and the one that's getting left out. It's kind of hard done by, because I swear, isn't it like a one club man there?
Yeah. Well, no. Marco Reus used to be at Borussia Mönchengladbach. That's how we got the move in the first place. Yeah,
but he's been there for fucking ever though, hasn't he?
He's been there for time. Yeah, been there for time.
But yeah, so obviously, I felt like maybe it'd be hard done by being left out, but it's the way it goes, isn't it? When you got Shinji and fucking Götze there, like, yeah, bro, it is what it is, isn't it?
The thing is, I actually didn't think you would go with them too. I thought you were gone with Rosicky, innit?
Nah, bro. Nah. Rosicky for me, he didn't even make the list. I did look at him and think, but nah. I already knew there was other names that are coming. You know what I mean? I'm like, there's no point. Yeah. It's a wasted entry in it. Yeah. But yeah, for me, it's Götze and Kagawa, bro. Obviously, Kagawa got a chance to watch him week in, week out, and know just how good he is. And obviously, on top of it, fucking Götze at Dortmund was ridiculous.
Bro, listen, before we get on to Götze and Kagawa, you see this comment here from Lumi Rain? Big up yourself each and every time. But this comment here is Queen of the Mutants, because Bellingham got 30 plus GA as a teenager for Dortmund. Gav, open your eyes. Listen, my eyes are wide open, and they're wide open to this nonsense, I don't give a damn how many goals he got, GA he got, yeah. Let me tell you this now, yeah. You don't ever mention Jude Bellingham with Mario Götze and Kagawa. Impossible. Impossible. Yeah. Listen. I know you like Bellingham. I'm aware of that, yeah. But nah, listen, let's just stop doing that. Like, I'm never gonna entertain it because I know you're winding me up. Yeah, let me just put them in and just cut the crap. You know what I'm trying to say? Because you see this Götze, yeah, bro, he was one of my favorite players, man, when he was at Dortmund. This was a guy that was destined to be, you know, one of the best players in the world. And obviously, you know, I think injuries killed him. He should have never have gone to Bayern Munich, by the way. You know, we know what Bayern do. They take, you know, Dortmund's players, Lewandowski, Götze, Hummels.
It's how they stayed the most dominant team in it. They just kept any player that looked like quality from anywhere in their league. Come here.
Yeah, literally.
It's just how they kept a stronghold in it.
Yeah, I would say now though, yeah, I think Dortmund don't really have anyone that Bayern really would take that improves them. You know what I'm trying to say? So it kind of that kind of shows you where football is now. You know, it kind of shows you football is because the quality's gone down, that they don't really have one player that you can take from Dortmund and say, yep, he's gonna come into our team and start. But you see this Mario Götze, you know, the guy that scored the winner in the World Cup final as well. He was one of my favorite players, man, at Dortmund. He was a joke. Like he was a Golden Boy winner as well. And his partnership with Lewandowski, Marco Reus, if you remember Jacob Blazakowski as well, bro, that team, yeah, was ridiculous under Klopp. And them guys won the Bundesliga, and rightfully so, man, because Gundogan, Götze, Reus, Lewandowski, Bender, Schmelzer, you know, Piszczek, Subotic, Hummels, Weidenfeller, top team, man, top team. And bro, Shinji Kagawa, the biggest problem, and again, big up Wayne Rooney, yeah, but Ferguson made a blunder there, bro. Made a blunder because when Kagawa came in, yeah, it should have been Kagawa playing behind Van Persie, not Rooney, because Rooney was done. And this guy was so talented, yeah, just like what United done with Juan Mata, playing him out of position or not playing him. Because this guy, yeah, was ridiculous. His partnership, yeah, Kagawa's partnership with Lewandowski, ridiculous, man. And again, you sometimes forget, yeah, that there's been number 10s like this. So again, when I'm hearing the likes of Bellingham, and I'll bring it back to Bruno Fernandes, yeah, I don't care about numbers. Bruno and Bellingham, I mean, again, Bellingham's only got one season where he's got good numbers when he's playing as a false nine for Madrid. This 30 GA that people start doing, just add on either assists or goals, because when you're putting the GA together, you're trying to fool us and make it seem as if these guys are doing better than what they really are. Because, as I said, if Bellingham's playing as a 10, just say assists rather than trying to put the GA together. Yeah, but bearing that in mind, yeah, I don't care about GA anyway, because no one's gonna make me think that Bellingham was better than Götze and Kagawa. Impossible. You know what I'm trying to say? So, but Fizz, you're happy with that though, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool, man. Cool. Again, Marco Reus, man, what a player, but he just misses out, man, because the quality, the level's too high. But I had Reus as one of the wide options, you know, but it kind of makes it easier for me anyway, because I've got the two in mind and it's looking that way, innit? All right, let's move it on. So we're going to go to the wingers. Yeah. Bellingham, Rice, and Saka, excite. Yeah, that'll be a round of 32 job, that, you know, round of 32. That's where it ends. I think these ones are worthy mentions, yeah. You remember Delroy Buckley? Do you remember him? Buckley, the American.
Yeah.
David Adonko.
He was in the same team as Landon Donovan, weren't he, at the fucking World Cup?
He was.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was
yeah,
the
yeah.
black guy,
I remember him
the
in
left
that
winger.
World Cup.
Yeah. Again, he was known he was known for having pace. You know, he was decent to be fair, but again, worthy mention. You remember David Odonko?
Nah.
So Odonko, yeah, he was a guy that when they signed him, you know, he was someone that was meant to be one of the quickest players around. Remember that guy, Tijani Babangida? Remember him?
Who?
Babangida for Nigeria.
The
Remember
name
the
rings
old
a bell,
pros?
but can't put a face to it.
Babangida. Trust me, man. You know who he is, man. Babangida on Pro Evo, yeah. He was the put it this way, he was the fastest player in the game, yeah. And what people used to do is just play him through the middle because of his pace. But he was actually a right winger.
Okay, okay.
Trust me, man. Babangida. But
Hey, yo,
Odonko
2
was
secs, bro.
yeah, go on, bro. Go on, man. Go on. So, guys, yeah. Babangida, yeah, was the guy that when you play pro and you're playing Master League, if anyone remembers, yeah, you would get Babangida because he was the quickest on the game, but he was a right winger. But you know, back in the day, he used to play him as a striker and just play through balls, and no one's catching him. He was that quick, you know. And Odonko for me was the equivalent to Babangida, you know, outrageous pace. But again, it's a worthy mention because the wide players in this team, I think everyone knows who we're going for, really, anyway. But it's still a worthy mention. Jacob Blaszczykowski. Again, I mentioned Blaszczykowski. You know, the partnership that Blaszczykowski had. Yeah. Again, if you remember the Jurgen Klopp team, yeah, they had Blaszczykowski on the right wing. They had Mario Götze in the 10, Marco Reus on the left, and then Robert Lewandowski through the middle. You know, and Blaszczykowski was a very good outlet as well. Polish, just like Lewandowski. You know, he was more of a hard-working winger. You know, he wasn't someone for me that, you know, you would pay money to go and watch. He wasn't that, but he was effective in what he did. So yeah, Blaszczykowski, man, was a decent player. You know, and also you got Christian Pulisic as well. You know, the American. Obviously now he's playing for AC Milan. You know, he was. I actually think Pulisic was better at Dortmund than he was at Chelsea, and then probably what he's been at AC Milan as well. You know, but again, the two we're going for, and I don't think anyone's surprised. You know, I had Marco Reus as one of them, and it was Reus, you know, trying to fit him in, but I think Reus misses out, which I'm still now thinking, is it right Reus missing out? But I think let's keep it serious, yeah. And the two wide players are going to be none other than Jadon Sancho on the left. So Jadon Sancho and Ousmane Dembele on the right. And the funny thing is, yeah, when you look at when you look at Dembele and Sancho, yeah, I mean, you could arguably say, along with Robben and Ribery, Dortmund have probably had, you know, two of the best wingers in the league. You know, you think of these guys were young as well. You know, Sancho made his name at Dortmund, obviously formerly of Watford, then Man City, then going to Dortmund and making his name. Dembele was obviously at Rennes, you know, and what Dembele was doing for Dortmund as well is what got him the move to Barcelona. And again, Borussia Dortmund's eye for talent is mad. It's absolutely mad. You know, I think they made a blunder in Jude Bellingham, if I'm honest, but it is what it is. But in terms of real talent, yeah, Dembele and Sancho, boy, in terms of young talent, it was as good as it gets. And if you actually remember, yeah, Dembele, I believe, after he left Rennes, he was linked to Manchester United as well. You know, and then made a very good career choice going to Dortmund. you know, and at Dortmund he was devastating, just like Sancho, man. So I actually think, yeah, that's an easy choice, them two wide men, you know. But yeah, worthy mentions, you know, for the others, you know, obviously Marco Reus we mentioned, worthy mention as well for Pulisic, Blazkowski, you know, Adonka was a speed demon. Delron Buckley as well was decent. But yeah, I think Dembele and Sancho, you know, is easy. Bro, do you reckon there's anyone else that can come?
Can give shouts to Perisic and Kuto if you wanted to as well, innit? But again, it was always going to be Dembele and Sancho, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I had Yan Kuto. I was thinking about putting Kuto because obviously he's a right back in it from Man City.
Yeah,
so I was thinking of putting him in, but yeah, I only had one right back piss check, so I forgot about Hakimi. But yeah, I think yeah, Perisic. Yeah, I mean, if you're not going to put Royce in, then you can't really be putting Perisic in. But again, he was effective.
It was always going to be Sancho and Dembele, really, innit? Dembele, obviously was playing fucking brilliant there, well enough for Barcelona to come in and break the bank for him. Then obviously he didn't do too well at fucking Barca, but it is what it is, isn't it? Look at what he's done now. There's no disputing the talent. And obviously he was displaying that in full effect at Dortmund, so he was always getting in for me. And to be fair, Sancho, I know a lot of United fans fucking disgruntled with him and whatnot, but fact is, everyone was gassed. Everyone was happy that we were chasing him for 2 years because he looked the fucking dog's bollocks whilst he was there, you know what I mean? So, end of the day, for a Dortmund team, he has to make it in. He has to. Especially like that's probably the wings is probably where the weakest. You know what I mean? When you really deep it, like for the other options, there's a bit of a maybe only centre mids as weak. You know what I mean? It's one of them. There's a clear first, clear second, clear third, isn't it?
Yeah, no, 100%. I think Marco Reus for me is the only one that could trouble the 10s or the wide players.
Yeah.
And even now I'm thinking, should Reus be in there? That's how difficult it is. But anyone else?
To be fair, there is an argument for him, but yeah, he's the only one that there is an argument for in it. But again, I'm not even arguing too hard for him because I'm pretty happy with the way that the team's panning out. You know what I mean?
This is the team I had in mind. Yo, I think literally, we've gone with the same team. The only one I forgot was Hakimi.
Yeah. Literally,
you know what I'm trying to say?
Only thing that's not the only thing I had Cobble in that. That's it.
Okay.
Everything else is the exact same way, and I feel like when we get to the striker, there's a convo to have, but I think we're both going to agree on the same man.
Well, listen, Lumi Reigns made a bold statement. Yeah, I'm worried Gav is leaving Haaland out. Yeah, Lumi, let me know in the chat. Yeah, let me know why you think Haaland should be in. That's all I want to know. Let me know why you think Haaland should be in. Because we can dispel this myth straight away that you think Haaland should be there, by the way. Which probably gives it.
Can we just give Dortmund a fucking little bit of respect? Because, like, now that we're there, the 3 names that I've got on my list, fucking, I'll say them in the order that they signed them because they was replacements for each other. Lewandowski, Isak, and then Haaland.
Bro,
fucking recruitment.
I didn't even have Isak in my list.
Bro.
But you know why I didn't have Isak in my list here? Because Isak didn't play enough for Dortmund.
Yeah. He wasn't the guy then, but when you look at it and you think, look at the recruitment there. When they let Lewandowski go, they brought in Isak. And then when Isak went, they brought in Haaland.
Bro, I'll tell you now, they've had some interesting strikers. I'm telling you.
Trust me.
Some interesting strikers, and there's some. Oh, okay. So, I've got him on there, but I've only got him on there because it's one of them things. What was meant to be in it, but never happened, didn't it? But let's go through the strikers. Yeah, let's go. So what's this? Let me see. 119 GA in 89 games for Haaland, Gav. Yeah, but you know what, Lumi Rain? Yeah? There's no titles in there, so what does it matter?
And to be fair,
There's no titles there. So why does that
the
matter?
German league, same way. Like people are talking like, oh, Harry Kane's had a great fucking season, but the one detractor is the fact that he's half of the fucking teams is scoring fucking 5 goals against each game. Are fucking
Yeah,
farmers. You know what I mean? Like this,
exactly. And bro,
it's not
you know what
like,
it is, well, yeah. You know what it is, yeah. Stop adding GA together. Just give us the goals, because we know Haaland is a serial goal scorer. Yeah, don't add the GA into it to make it look a lot better. You know,
trust me,
let's not do that. But go on, bro. Go on.
like for me, he's an elite level striker, but when you can see that we only have one striker available, yeah, and fucking Lewandowski's in that mix, and Lewandowski actually won something there. And to be fair, I know Haaland's still got the bulk of his career left to go, but as it stands right now, Lewandowski's had much more of a fucking impact on the game than Haaland has.
Yeah. Bro, listen. I think we know who it's between, yeah. But let me just get rid of the worthy mentions, because there's someone, yeah, in here that I think a lot of you are sleeping on. So anyway, I put Yusufa Makoko. I've only put him in there, yeah, because he was meant to be the next big thing. And I think last I heard, he's playing in Denmark for Copenhagen. So yeah, he's absolutely fluffed his lines, you know.
He did fucking like from the bits and pieces that I saw of him though, it did look like he was gonna be something.
Bro, I had him on Football Manager. He was murdering teams at 15, 16.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. He was dangerous. So yeah, man, it was crazy. But he's a worthy mention, yeah. I put Serhu Guirassy in there as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
He does score goals for them. Do you remember Everton?
Yeah.
Hey, the Brazilian Everton. Yeah. I look back now, yeah, I thought he was a bad boy, but I think he's actually quite shit, to be honest with you. He's the pace merchant, you know what I mean? I'm tired of these guys. If anything, yeah, he's like another Aubameyang, if I'm honest. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's
and obviously Aubameyang as well.
I didn't bother putting him on my list.
Yeah, I just put him in there for banter, to be honest. But you know what I mean? But you see Aubameyang, yeah? Would you believe it? Aubameyang was at AC Milan as a right winger.
Bro.
Crazy, isn't it? And obviously he come there as a right winger for Dortmund and then transformed to playing through the middle, yeah? And I'll tell you one thing. Back in the day of Pro Evo, yeah, my guy used to murder me with Aubameyang's pace. Because once he gets in behind, man, the guy finishes every single time. But this competition is high, man. Jan Koller, remember him?
Yeah.
A bad man's Peter Crouch for me, you know. Crouch was much better, in my opinion. But yeah, he was decent. Czech Republic, yeah. But there's one guy, yeah, that I don't think people actually remember. Do you remember a striker called Lucas Barrios?
Barrios.
I think Barrios was Paraguayan.
No, I don't think
You've probably forgotten him, yeah? Bro, you see this Lucas Barrios, yeah? He was the striker before they signed Lewandowski.
Okay.
He was fucking deadly. Like, when I watched
could believe it, because looking at their recruitment from fucking Lewandowski onwards, it's been serious, so I can believe it, man.
Yeah, Lewandowski replaced him, because I actually remember when they signed Lewandowski and Lewandowski was coming off the bench. But even back then, they were saying that, you know, they've earmarked Lewandowski to be the long-term replacement for Barrios, yeah? You see this Barrios guy, yeah? He was scoring in every game. Like, literally. Like, every time I'm watching German football, he's scoring. Like, I thought, is this guy is he even real? Paraguayan, bro. It was just bagging for fun, yeah? And I thought, nah, there's no way Lewandowski can replace this guy. This guy scores every week. Bro, next thing I know, Lewandowski's the main striker, number 9 on his back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's just a testament of their fucking recruitment, bro. Their recruitment has been crazy.
It's elite, isn't it? Yeah, it's elite. So yeah, that's all the worthy mentions, yeah. But this Barrios guy, I don't think people should sleep on him. I think if you get a chance, people watching in the chat, yeah, go and type in Lucas Barrios Dortmund. The guy was bagging goals for fun. I'd never seen nothing like it before. And Lewandowski come along. You know what I mean? So it says it all. But listen, Lewandowski or Erling Haaland? Yeah. Haaland 86 in 89, which is a ridiculous record. Yeah. Lewandowski, as Lumi says, 103 in 187. And again, if you're just doing the fact that he got the numbers ahead of Lewandowski, it was always going to be that. But if you want to do that, then two can play that game. Lewandowski won a Bundesliga. Did Erling Haaland? Just asking.
Trust me, it's got to stand for something on it.
Yeah. Let's put a poll in. Let's see. Let's see if people decide to vote with. Guys, make sure you're voting. Yeah. Let us know. Haaland or Lewandowski at Dortmund. 1 minute. Let me just put this in. So who are you picking for Dortmund? Let's see. Right, guys, let us know, yeah? Who are you picking for Borussia Dortmund striker? Erling Haaland or Robert Lewandowski? Because I think me and Fitz are both thinking the same. Yeah, it has to be Lewandowski. It has to be for me. But again, Haaland, yeah, he was deadly, no doubt in it, man. But is it more recency bias, that comes into it? Because is it more recency bias that comes into it? Because I think you forget what Lewandowski was doing, man, for them. He was instrumental. So
and when they won the league, how fucking it was a proper underdog story, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
they had a ridiculous team, but that's once they'd won the league, innit? If they hadn't won the league, no one would have turned around and said they had a ridiculous team.
Yeah.
All comes down to what the team actually achieved and how successful he was. Like I say, for them to take the throne from fucking that Bayern team, crazy.
I hear it. So far, yeah, we've got everyone going for Haaland. But again, are we only going for Haaland because of numbers? This is what I can't stand about football. Because how are you putting numbers ahead of someone that actually won the league? Does that make any sense to you, Fitz?
Not at all, bro. But to be fair, this is why I don't like it, like leaving it to polls and letting other people decide these things, because it's like, there's no one has to take accountability for the vote. You know what I mean? They're just voting, and it's like, well, why do you think that then? You know what I mean? Why? We've obviously got a lot of Bruno FC fans. It's that type of shit, innit? They prefer to see one player succeed rather than the fucking team. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Guys, make a compelling argument, for why you're again putting numbers to the side. Why do you think Erling Haaland deserves to be in the all-time 11 ahead of Robert Lewandowski? Like, what is the reason behind it? Because it can't solely just be based off numbers, surely. Lumi Rain saying it's because Lewandowski had a better team.
I can't really agree with that.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think. What is? Yeah, but so what you think? If Haaland was in that Dortmund team, he would have won. He would have won the league as well. Is that what you're saying? But again, how are you going to determine that? Like, there's no way of proving that, because you can just say that Lewandowski was playing in a harder era than Erling Haaland. So how are we going to prove that? How are we going to prove that? You know what I mean? Because because Lewandowski was playing up against the likes of what prime defenders were back then? Sergio Ramos, Pepe, who was he playing up against? Lewandowski back then when Dortmund won it. Who was the centre back pairing for Bayern?
One sec, I'll fucking search it. No, one sec.
So look at Haaland with better players at City. Yeah, but Lumi, Lewandowski would be doing the same thing. That's what I'm trying to say to you, because you can't say that like this is not the this is not an era that Lewandowski was coming through at Dortmund. It wasn't. It's not. The defenders in this era now are not as good as the defenders of the past. They're not. So if Lewandowski was at Man City, I'd argue that Man City probably would have won more Champions Leagues.
So at the time, the Bayern team was like players like Neuer. The defenders were Bad Stuber, Alaba, Jerome Boateng, Van Boyten, fucking Breno, Emre Can, fucking Philip Lahm at right back,
Rafinha,
fucking Gustavo, fucking in midfield, Schweinsteiger, Cruz, Ribéry, Robben, Muller, Gomez. Fucking bro, ridiculous team, absolutely ridiculous team.
That's what I'm saying. So if we're basing it off that, and base it off what Bayern had, what did Bayern have when Haaland wasn't winning the league for Dortmund? So it would have been.
What team was Bayern at that time?
Yeah, their defense. I think it was.
One sec.
Was it like Upamecano and?
It was what, like 2021, yeah? That time, innit?
Yeah.
One sec. And Haaland was going up against a much older Alaba, Sule, Pavard.
Upamecano and that, innit?
Yeah, Javi Martinez.
Yeah.
Fucking Alphonso Davies, Lucas Hernandez, Kimmich. Wait, the fuck this? And who did he have up front? One sec. And up front, he had Lewandowski, fucking Zex, he was there, Gnabry, Muller,
Kingsley Coman,
yeah, Coleman, Sane. That's what I'm saying.
So again, are we saying that Lewandowski arguably was playing up against a tougher opposition?
For me,
Robben and Ribéry were there as well, by the way.
Yeah. Like that team that Dortmund were going up, Lewandowski was going up against. For me, was the stronger Bayern team.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't really know where we're going with this. Like the facts are, both players scored goals. The difference is one won a title, one didn't.
Yeah.
And if Lewandowski
the one that won a title actually did it against fucking a stronger team. Yeah. When he was playing against Alaba was prime Alaba. You know what I mean? Yeah. When fucking Haaland's coming up against Alaba's fucking coming to an end, basically. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Losing his speed and all the rest of it. So for me personally, I'm always taking Lewandowski over Haaland, but I can hear the argument for Haaland, especially that's where he made his name in it. Obviously, fucking he did do stupid numbers, but again, there's an asterisk to Haaland because where he made his name was a Farmers League. He didn't win a title despite all those numbers, and then he had to basically go to a Galacticos team to start winning things. So, well, is Haaland winning the treble, or is it the fact that they've got fucking like a £2 billion squad?
Yeah,
because for me, I know the striker plays a fucking part in it, but that season, it's not like he just carried them to it.
Yeah, And I think you have to remember as well, yeah, Lewandowski made a final, Champions League final
yeah,
with Dortmund as well.
yeah. I'm saying like
You
that.
know,
That
hard,
Dortmund team they did the impossible, really, innit?
yeah,
Like no one expects to see Dortmund win the league or reach a Champions League final, and when they're doing it, you've got to stand up and take notice of that, and you've got to look at
mm,
the players within that team and say, well, these have got to be special, innit?
yeah, yeah. As I said, man, I think it's worth an argument because Haaland did get goals for them. His record there was ridiculous, but he can't go in ahead of Lewandowski for me, man. Purely because I think the only argument you could probably have based on that, yeah, is if Lewandowski probably didn't score any goals, and you know, if you're clutching at straws, you're thinking, well, Haaland has got that goal record, Lewandowski hasn't, but then Lewandowski got goals and got the title, so
Yeah.
you know what I'm trying to say. So
I was gonna say he might
yeah,
not have got
it
the
don't really
same
make
amount
sense.
of goals, but it's not like he was dry in front of his net. You know what I mean? He was
Yeah,
constantly bagging. He looked lethal. It was one of
mm,
them, like fucking hell.
yeah,
Certain like nowadays, you can see how much the stats control the game. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And
mm,
it all comes down to your fucking XG and all the rest of it, and that helps determine your value, and that helps
mm,
determine where you're gonna play next and all the rest of it. So for a
100, yeah,
young Haaland in this era, playing in Germany with people around him that can create like Sancho and that. Yeah,
mm,
he's going to stat pad the best he can do. I
yeah,
expect him to like that's what Kane's done. Don't get it twisted. Kane's gone there and decided at any game I can do, I'm gonna stay 110% in every game. Doesn't matter if
yeah,
we're 9-0 up, I want to get as many goals as I can
yeah,
because that it and he's shown how fairly it's easy, really. Like, look what he's done. He's just fucking broke so many records in one season, all
yeah,
for goal scoring. You know what I mean? But none of that shit would mean anything if he did it at fucking Leverkusen and he won nothing.
mm,
You know what I mean? Like, what good's the record really? Because that's not what people want to see from a star signing. They want to see that star signing win silverware for the team, innit?
yeah.
Not just
But again,
goals.
this is why I say though, yeah, as ridiculous. Oh look, Badger. Oh, hey, Badger's in the crowd. As ridiculous as Harry Kane has been in terms of goal scoring going to the Bundesliga, it's not like we haven't seen that before from Lewandowski. But where Harry Kane will probably will get judged, and he should get judged, is not them winning the Bundesliga because they win that anyway. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the Champions League, and so far, not saying that it's on Harry Kane, but he hasn't won it. So Lewandowski won a Champions League with Bayern Munich when they beat PSG in the final. So um this is what Harry Kane's still got to do because there's no denying his goal scoring record. But if you're going to Germany and you're not winning a Champions League with them, has he had a better time than Lewandowski? No, he hasn't.
No, that's the only thing for Harry Kane.
Yeah,
Like, if he's gonna stay in Germany, then he
yeah,
has to like being at Bayern Munich and seeing how strong that team's been for so long. Like,
mm,
yeah, he has to win a Champions League. Otherwise, it's always gonna be a tarnished stint in it. Because people
yeah.
like winning the Bundesliga for Bayern Munich isn't it's not remarkable, is it? You know what I mean? It's more
No, it's not. It's
remarkable
not.
when they don't win the league.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
exactly.
realistically, him winning a Bundesliga, it'll mean the world to him because obviously first bits of silverware and whatnot. But in the
Mm,
grand scheme of things, people
mm,
looking back in 10 years' time when Harry Kane's retired, and like we stand there and say like, oh look at what R9's won, look at what Andy Cole's won, look at what these fucking great strikers have won, and that's where the argument is based over
yeah.
time. You know what I mean? Because it
Mm,
does come down to okay, let's look at the records they hold, let's look at what they won, because it's not just about personal achievements and goals. It has to be about what are them goals stood for, where them goals come. You know what I mean? Like Drogba will
Yeah,
always get held in high esteem with me because he turned up in the big games.
yeah,
You know what I mean? He didn't just
mm,
stat pad against fucking like lower table teams. Like he would turn up every time he played United, every time he had to play a fucking semi-final or a final, he was there. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's like, well,
mm,
that like his goal record's nowhere near certain other strikers, but I'll still put him up there because certain other strikers didn't turn up to finals.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But like they've won everything else, they've got the records to go with it. But I'm the biggest Andy Cole fan in the world. I don't really remember watching a final where he was the star.
mm,
You know what I mean?
mm,
He was a consistent top level striker, but in the big games, like I don't even remember him like getting like big, like coming up big in the big moments against Arsenal in the league or in FA Cup games. Like there might have been a 1-2 winning goal here or there. Most of
yeah,
his stuff came in the league, and it
mm,
stood for something later down the line. But at that moment, there was no he's the hero. You know what I mean? Didier
mm.
Drogba was Chelsea's hero every fucking big game or big opportunity that came for them, innit?
Yeah, he
So
always showed up. I think the only game where Drogba probably didn't show up in the final was the game against United,
yeah,
when John Terry missed that pen.
yeah. But I swear,
Mm.
didn't he's where it 1-1, didn't he actually score in the
No,
final?
no,
Or
Thing scored. Lampard scored, didn't it?
oh, okay.
Yeah, Lampard
Fucking
scored. Yeah, but
I
yeah,
just
Drogba notoriously turns up in the big games, man. And
but yeah,
when you look at Lewandowski as well, yeah, like the reason why is, I mean, it's again just like Gundogan, yeah. Lewandowski getting in his team is probably an easy decision because Lewandowski has scored goals in Germany. He's won a league title with both Dortmund and Bayern Munich. He's won a Champions League with Bayern Munich. Yeah. Whereas Erling Haaland didn't win a trophy with Dortmund. Yeah, he's playing in an easier period than what Lewandowski is playing in. Harry Kane the same has won a league title playing for Bayern, which everyone does anyway, but hasn't got the Champions League. So just based on that, if you're looking at the order, Lewandowski's there by a mile. You know what I'm trying to say?
yeah.
So
'Cause
that's why
like
he's ahead of Haaland for me, and it's not even close really for as
yeah,
many goals as Haaland scored.
because the thing is with these strikers that perform really well in like the French league or the German league.
Yeah,
Like there's always that little bit of a well, it depends on what else they want because the league's not really enough. PSG winning the league isn't spectacular. Bayern Munich winning the league's not spectacular. Them man have to win Champions League because of the size of that club now. You know
yeah,
what I mean? And like look how dominant these teams have been multiple decades now, innit? So it's like, well, if you've had a team that's been dominant for fucking 4 or 5 decades,
mm,
you need to be miles ahead to the point where you're not even focused on your league no more. You're focused on the Champions League. Like
mm,
Bayern Munich, I guarantee when they start their season, their main priority is Champions League over their league because the league's basically a given.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Same with PSG nowadays. I know for years PSG have gone into every season looking more at the Champions League fixtures than they have the league.
Yeah, what
'Cause
what
that's what
again? That's what their whole thing was about, isn't it? Champions League when that
yeah.
takeover happened. So
But that's
and
the
now,
thing
now
though.
they've done it.
These
Mm,
kind of clubs though, where it is like a one club league, they have
yeah,
no choice but to think that way. Because that's the point. Like, if you're gonna be PSG and just be happy winning the French league every year, you're a joke club. No one will
yeah,
take you serious. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't mean nothing. You know
mm,
what I mean? But as soon as you know you've won couple Champions League, you've not only won couple, you've done it back to back. People will stand up and say PSG is the best attacking team in the world. No one would
yeah,
have said that 7 years ago, even though they still had probably one of the best attacks like at the time. No one was saying it because it's they're in France. They've not won anything of fucking worth. It's like, well, when you're looking at Harry Kane's only won shit in Germany. Haaland had a fantastic period there, but won nothing. You know what I mean? But when you then look at it, like, well, Lewandowski had a great time there, and he won everything to win there, including the big shit, not just like winning the league. And obviously, winning the league with Dortmund was massive anyway. And then going to Bayern Munich, it's a given that you're gonna win the league. But then to win the Champions League puts him in a whole different stratosphere, innit? Like, put it this way, what our favorite fucking striker, fucking the real Ronaldo, never won a Champions League. Lewandowski,
Crazy, innit?
You get me? It's, bro, these
crazy.
things have got to stand for something. We know how good our 9 was, and
I think Ibrahimovic is another one as well.
Yeah, and never won a Champions League. But this is the thing, though. Ibra is a closer comparison because they're both from smaller nations that are going to struggle to win a major competition. R9 being a Brazilian, his like World Cups almost were a given. When you look at it, them Brazil teams, you're like, yeah, it makes sense. You know what I mean? He was going to win multiple World Cups and shit. But yeah, like fucking the fact that Lewandowski's in that fucking like elite category of these men have won Champions League, and let's be real, like fucking hell. At the time, even when fucking Bayern Munich were competing for the Champions League, they were still like everyone still they're a team in a farmers league. Like people knew they were a good team, but no one really they're not testing themselves week in, week out like some of the other teams in Champions League are. You know what I mean? We feel like English league's fucking top tier. Back in the day, the Italian league was top tier. These men are constantly competing against top tier opponents week in, week out. So they should have the edge over a team like Bayern, who have got a day off pretty much every day. You know what I mean? But the fact that my man fucking won something with Bayern, to be fair, when he did win the Champions League with him, I swear that was part of a treble as well, weren't it?
What, Lewandowski?
Yeah.
I think it would have been. Yeah,
league, it was a treble.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they won the German Cup, but I know they definitely won the league.
Yeah,
so
I'm pretty certain they did, because I can vaguely remember seeing something about a treble. But that, again, people don't take that treble as serious because it's the German league and the German Cup in it. But the same way, fucking you can't argue with a treble, bro. You know what I mean? Especially when one of them's a Champions League trophy.
Exactly. But listen, it's an argument that can go on all day, you know. But I don't think it was close between Haaland and Lewandowski. Lewandowski, for me, you know, is one of the best strikers, you know, of his generation easily, and he backs it up with the goals and trophies won. And surely that's what football's about, winning trophies, you know. So say that Haaland should be getting in there because he's got better numbers. Well, yeah, he's playing probably in a weaker era as well. So that's the problem. But guys, listen, this is our all-time lineup, Borussia Dortmund. So we've gone with the 4-1-2-3. So Roman Weidenfeller in goal, the fullbacks, Achraf Hakimi, obviously currently with PSG, and the Brazilian Dede. Centre backs, you know, Subotic and Hummels, you know, two good centre backs. Ilkay Gundogan as a central midfielder. The 2 10s, you know, I'm not quite sure why there was a clamour for Jude Bellingham. Maybe Lumi Rain meant Joe Bellingham. I'm not too sure, but listen, neither one of the Bellingham brothers were getting in there. Mario Götze and Shinji Kagawa. And then we've gone with Jadon Sancho, Ousmane Dembele in the wide areas. And then, you know, Haaland or Lewandowski. For me, for Fitz, it was a simple one, man. Robert Lewandowski, you know. And you know what? I look at that team there and I think that's a decent team, you know. That is actually a decent team. Again, it's nowhere near the Bayern, the Barcelona or the AC Milan team. But still, man, it's still a very, very good team, you know. And as I said, I think if you look at a lot of those players as well, you had Dembele and Sancho at their time when they were doing what they were doing. you had two of the best young players in world football. Lewandowski was the next big up and coming striker. You know, you had Goetze, who was a Golden Boy winner. Shinji Kagawa got his move to Man United, you know, and was a top player. Gundogan, already spoken about, you know, was one of the best midfielders in Europe. And then when he went to Man City, he went to another level. And I think you're looking at probably the weakest part of their team, which is not really weak. You know, you got Subotic, Hummels, who are a very good partnership. And then again, you've got Hakimi. We know what Hakimi is, Dede, and then Weidenfeller. So yeah, that's the 4-2-3-1. So yeah, guys, that's our team. And yeah, listen, I think we're happy with that, man. As I said, I think the only player I would say that has an argument to be in there, if we're being serious, is probably Marco Reus. Is the only one I can think of. I think other than that, I don't think there's anyone else that can think they should be in that team. So it is what it is. But yeah, listen, go on, bro.
Considering normally on these, there's at least 3 or 4 players where we're like, I don't feel right about that. I feel like we've done fairly well with this one. Cause
I was thinking it's going to be difficult, but in the end, I think it's pretty much straightforward. I think Marco Reus is the only one I'm looking at.
Yeah, he's the only one with an argument for me. But like I say, when I was putting it together, like literally my team looked like that, but Cobble and net in it, because I didn't even like writing that, just for the fact of normally anytime I go for someone that's only been there like 2 years in a stint, like, but fucking. Yeah, man. Obviously, keepers, it's different, and it's not quite the same as having an old fucking striker or old midfielder right at the end of the fucking days. Obviously, I still feel a way about not putting Vieira in some teams in it, but it's one of them. It's justifiable, but with a keeper, it's like these men can play for fucking ever. You know what I mean? These men do play forever, don't they?
Yeah. But no, it could have been either, man. But I just picked Weidenfeller because, you know, if you've got the centre back pairing of Subotic, Hummels, you got Lewandowski, you got Goetze as well. I think Weidenfeller was the guy in goal for them for their for them errors. So,
for me, just the fact that he's got those two in front of him, like as the two centre backs, it just makes sense because that trio there has worked, you know what I mean? So it makes perfect sense, innit? Yeah. So man. Like I say, I feel like this is probably along the lines of the Roma team and that, you know what I mean? But obviously, fucking right now, it's still early days, so it's like it might look like one of the weaker teams, but fucking I feel like once we actually get through it, this could be about midway like through it, you know, because I think there's definitely going to be a few that are weaker than this. I'd be pretty comfortable taking this team in against what I've got in mind for a few of the French teams anyway, and I'd be okay this against that Liverpool team. Even that'd be. Yeah, to be fair, I think this team probably. I think Liverpool. Yeah, do you know what? Liverpool's defense let them down so hard. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's like they'd be able to be like, oh well, the strikers, like you got Fowler up front, Fowler for Lewandowski, kind of like these are debatable, you know what I mean? But then when it gets deeper down the team and you're like, look at the keeper and defenders, and it's like, that's where the game's won, isn't it? Well, listen, we had to get John Barnes playing wing back. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's what I'm saying is Steve McManaman on the right, bro. Yeah, mad. Fucking no. What was Suarez in there? I can't remember if we put Suarez in there. Nah, wait. I think we went with Fowler and Suarez in it. I think it was Torres that. Oh yeah, two up. Yeah. Because it was Coutinho in the 10, isn't it? Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like at the top of the team, pretty much it's a close game. You know what I mean? But it's when it gets to that defense, like this defense could probably deal with that Liverpool like attack much
Yeah.
better than that Liverpool defense could deal with this attack.
Yeah, 100.
But
But
yeah, man,
but yeah,
I'm good.
listen, that's the team, man. As I say,
So
I think it's
what's next? We're going France, innit? What team?
so we'll go France, and we'll start with PSG in it. Might as well just start with
Okay.
the big ones in it, because we
And,
got PSG, we got
and what's the year on this? What we're doing for this one? What's the cutoff?
bro, let me sleep on it, man. I'll think about it because yeah. Because
I just
whatever
want
era
to
we're
say,
gonna go through, man, it's gonna be another headache. But
'cause you got to remember when we do the flip side of it and we do the 95 to wherever the cutoff was, you don't
Yeah.
want like either side. You don't want to have it too difficult, bro. It's about trying to find that perfect middle ground in it.
all right, well let's do what we're gonna do with the Barca one then. So we'll do the certain periods in it.
Yeah, yeah. Cause
Yeah,
that like
because
with a lot of like, because obviously with Dortmund, there's not really a point in going further back, is there?
no.
Fucking
That for me, that's the best that Dortmund can offer. You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
trying to say?
Yeah, but that's what I'm
You
saying.
know?
Like for the teams where there's a team from 95 to the cutoff, like that,
Yeah.
like from 95 to I think it was what 04 would be the Spanish teams. So that Barca's got a team, Real's got a team. You know what I mean? There's certain clubs that they've got a team that could rival what we've already put together in it. But the
Yeah,
teams
exactly.
where it's like, that's the best you're getting, then
Yeah.
you're not getting another one in it. United, there's two teams easily. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Chelsea, arguably, there's two teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, Arsenal, because we what was it from 04, so like 95 to 03, I'd say there's a team there. You know what I
Really?
mean? So there's a few to fucking revisit, but I don't think this is one anyway, in it. But like the France ones.
Like Steve Bolden that, yeah?
Nah,
You really want to go back that far?
bro, let's be clear, yeah. If we was doing it, it's gonna be it's gonna be only the defense is gonna be one fullback and Sol Campbell. Yeah.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I ain't got time to be putting in a man like Andy Linnigan and Steve Morrow and that, you know what I mean? And Joe Gimondi.
Nah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if we was going to do like an Arsenal one, like I say, I can definitely see a 95 to 03. Because bear in mind, you've got like a good few, like 3 or 4 years there where they were a pretty strong team. You know what I mean? And they had a decent.
What they win? What they win?
Not much. But
Cool.
they were our only competition, though, innit? So you've got to give them credit where it's due. They at least made it competitive for us, innit? But
yeah,
it'd have been boring otherwise, bro. If it weren't for them, man. What fucking Liverpool and City were doing? Fuck all, man.
They put up a fight then, yeah.
Trust me, you got to have a punching bag, aren't you? Otherwise, you're just shadow boxing. It's not the same.
I hear it. But anyway, listen, guys, that's our team, man. And we are gonna do PSG next week. And obviously we are gonna try and do the World Cup all-time 11. So we'll try and fit that in somewhere during the week as well. Because that'll be an interesting one. But listen.
Difficult.
Bro. Oh, listen. Because I'm even regretting talking about it, to be honest.
Because I'm saying for them ones, we just go all in. We go 95 to current day.
Yeah. I think that'll be the best way. It's gonna be a headache.
That's gonna be difficult, bro. Like it's gonna be.
Listen, I don't even want to think about it, man. I don't want to think about it, but because I think somewhere down the line we're gonna get it wrong. So yeah, I don't even want to think about it. I'm looking at France, yeah. I'm looking at France, and I'm thinking, yeah, I don't really know how we're gonna do this France team, man.
I hear it. It's the same with a lot of these teams, like Brazil and all that. But you've got to remember, bro, whoever doesn't make it, you're looking at who does. You know what I mean? It's the case of can I live with this player not making it if this player's going in? Well, yeah, because you know what
you're gonna have to.
You know what I mean? If you get given option A and option B, and one of them's fucking Hennessy and the other one's fucking Remy. I don't mind. Give me either option. You can pick my choice for me, innit? Like, I'm not asked. I like
Bro,
both
I'll
options.
tell you what, yeah. Imagine doing the Brazil one.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. That one's gonna. We might have to make sure we're dedicating like a good 2 hours potentially because I can see the fullback argument already.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think what'll be better, yeah, is narrowing it down to maybe 3 players in each position.
Now,
Because
what?
we could be here all night with that. You know what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say?
yeah. So if both of us just come with three players for each position,
Yeah, it has
and
to be, man. Has
what
to be.
we'll do, yeah,
Mm.
fucking because this one I can see it being sticky. I'm saying we can do we pick a bench as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be better.
because obviously, otherwise we're not gonna be able to agree on anything. It's just gonna
Bro,
be a
I'm
fight.
thinking of the Brazil players, yeah, and I've got like 10 man for like 3 positions.
This is what I'm saying. It's like, yo, we're gonna need a bench here at least.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
The thing is though, yeah, I think there's obvious players you put in there straight away, but I don't know, man. You know what? I'm not even gonna think about it, man. It's giving me a headache already. You know what I'm trying to say?
Trust me.
But anyway,
Wait
before we wrap
work
it up,
out when it's gonna happen first.
yeah, trust me, man, trust me. But before we wrap it up, anyway, you've been seeing in the Man United news?
I seen a thing that Trapon's Spor or whatever the Turkish team in it that Onana's been at. They've basically their fucking chief operator or whatever's turned around and said publicly, "Yo, we are going to sign Onana. There's no problem about wages, any of that. We're willing to meet all personal terms. We're willing to pay what United want us to pay. They're not looking a deal on it. They're not, you know what I mean? They just want to sign him, and they've made it clear. Obviously,
It's good. It's good.
we've kind of made it clear that he's not coming because from the looks of it, we just give Tom Heaton a year, yeah, and we're looking to get rid of Bay and get rid of Onana. But I think they're just going balls deep on fucking on Lamens. You get me? They're just going, yo, this is our guy. He's playing every game because the other keeper that they're looking at is Sam Johnston from Wolves.
Yeah, what the thing is, I see Carl Darlow from Leeds. He's available on a free transfer.
Okay. Now I seen the Sam Johnson, and it's something to do with homegrown quota in it because he came through the academy as well. So I think we're looking at like just having 2 keepers that fill them homegrown quota spots. Just because we know Lamens is getting every minute of every game anyway. Yeah. So yeah, from the looks of it, because we're already looking at what another keeper that's going to be back up, and we've just give Heaton an extension. I think both them man know that they're on their way to Turkey.
Boy, if that happens, man, maybe they're going for the hair transplant. Who knows? You know what I mean? But
to be fair, fucking with the Turkish leagues had some serious money injected into it. I've been saying this for a minute. Like when they pulled out the money for Osimhen, something's not right here. You know what I mean?
But the thing is that's why Leroy Sané went there as well. Actually,
this is what I'm saying, bro. You look at it. Like they've put some serious money into that fucking league recently over the last few seasons, and like they're paying stupid wages. If they're willing to pay a stupid wage, and like look, some of these teams, like if you go to fucking like Fenerbahce or Galatasaray, good chance you're playing European football. You know what I mean? You're gonna be in the Champions League. You fucking at the bare minimum, you're gonna end up playing Europa. So it's one of them. These like Onana types where they're on big wages and they've got a bit of an ego. It's like, well, it's a perfect.
It might actually work.
Yeah, because like a lot of these ego players, they're gonna turn around and say, "I'm not going Saudi." You know what I mean? Because that's now seen as how the German league and all that's been seen like it's a bit of a joke. It's an MLS type bullshit, innit? So obviously, like if you've got anything about you and you're still in your prime years, you're not really wanting to go unless your mentality is, I'm gonna get this bag.
Yeah.
And them ego guys, that's only half of it, innit? They want to get the bag, but they want to be living the lifestyle as well. And they want to be playing in Champions League, and they want to be seeming to be the best fucking player in the world. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I hear
from
it.
what we're
I hear it.
seeing, fucking, it's looking like Onana's got no reason to be fucking in Manchester next year. Well, after the summer.
Yeah, I think to be honest with you, man, it's likely that he's going to be going anyway because of the wage, the fact that it's obvious that United don't want him no more. Lamens has come and done a very good job, and if you can get money for him and get him off the wage bill as well, then it works for everyone, isn't it? You know, he gets to
Yeah,
play, and United get some sort of money for that as well, isn't it? But
yeah. To be
um,
fair, I think like with them two going, it's round about fucking. I think it might be euros, 48 million for the two of them, innit? That's what I've seen
hmm,
in the article about it. But
yeah,
fucking again, all this adds up. It's like you said on this the stream yesterday about the wages that have been saved
yeah.
with Sancho and everyone.
Sancho, Casemiro, and what's his name? Malacia, 675K. That's gonna be
Yeah, yeah.
saved.
And this is what I'm saying. That's
Crazy.
35 mil a year
Mm, it's
straight
mad.
up. And that's on the wages. You don't even put that into the transfer. That's on wages, bro. So now,
Yeah,
right, there's no problem. We can go in for a Camavinga or a Tuchemeni and offer stupid wage if we want to. We can
yeah.
offer Tonali fucking 250, 300K if we really want to. I know we don't want to be putting stupid wages on players, but if that's the
Mm,
only way to, if you've got to go into a bidding war now for a Tonali, there's no fucking excuse. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Because we've got the budget already in transfers because they've already said from a long time 150 mil for three midfielders is already there, and there's going to be
yeah.
budget for others.
Well, the thing is though, yeah, from what I've been seeing and what I've been hearing, yeah, it's one of them things where someone just needs to start off the domino effect in a sense, because when you're hearing that Forest are saying they want a British transfer record for Elliot Anderson,
Yeah, they want 125 million.
bro, they want 130. I mean, do you know how dumb that is? Yeah, why it makes no sense, and you still get people out there saying you pay for what you get and all this other bollocks now. Yeah, don't people factor in that you don't pay that money, however good you think he is? Yeah, you don't pay that for a guy, and let's face it, Elliot Anderson's a good player. Yeah, the guy's never played a major international tournament. Yeah, he's
Yep,
never played Champions League,
yep.
and people think it's acceptable to go and pay 130 mil or 25 for like based on that. And as I
Yeah,
said, Man United can't spend for me that amount of money on one player based off of those things. Even if Man United were going to spend that year on a Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Tonali, someone like that, I'd be thinking, nah, you can't be doing that. Yeah,
yeah.
especially when you need to get three midfielders. So
It's far too much. But that's the thing,
it's a
though.
lot too much.
Like,
Yeah. Mm,
when it comes down to it, though, like for me, the thing that always sticks in my mind with these kind of players, like people
yeah.
will say, look at what he's done in a team that's struggling. He's been one of the main reasons why they've stayed up. Right, but
Yeah.
for me, like this is it's a case of is he looking like an outstanding player because he's in a struggling team? Is this a case of put him in a bigger pond and he just fucking disappears in the fucking pond?
What
Because
this is the thing, Fitz, man. That's a good question, because I look at Anderson, yeah, and it's very obvious he's a good player, yeah. But at a lower team, especially like someone like Nottingham Forest, yeah, you're gonna be made to look better because you're a bit of an anomaly from what they've got in that midfield area. So the way that Anderson plays, he likes to get around the pitch, and he has got quality. If he goes to a top team like I say a Man City, a Barca, a Real Madrid, anyone like that, yeah, those sort of teams, a Bayern Munich, yeah, he'll just be looked at as another good player. You know what I'm trying to say? Because they've got world class players already. So my thing is, yeah, you don't go and spend that amount of money on a player that, let's face it, he's not going to be their standout midfielder. Because if he goes to Man City, yeah, and Rodri's still there, even though Rodri, you know, his legs might have gone, they've still got other world-class players in that part of the pitch. You know what I'm trying to say? So my thing is, he's being made to look better because he's playing for a Nottingham Forest team that are struggling, and he's tasked with doing everything. Going to a better team, you know, I very much doubt you're going to be tasked with playing that kind of careless way, in a sense. You know what I'm trying to say? Even though he is a good player, and that's why I said if he was going to cost like 70 to 80 million, I'll be like, cool. You know what I'm trying to say? Man United should be in the race for that. But 120 million, like, nah, no way. No way.
You know what it is? They're literally just seeing it as, you know what, people will pay this English tax.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. We'll just put the tag out there because, like I say, look, someone just paid that from fucking West Ham basically for a fucking for a midfielder. So there'll be someone out there that will pay it, but obviously it'll be like one of those. This is an intent signing kind of thing. Like one big major signing is the final piece of the puzzle, whatever. Like I can see a City or a Liverpool or someone doing that as like one of 2 or 3 signings of the season.
Bro, sorry, man. You see this game here? It's 2-0 Mexico. Bro, there's been 3 sending offs.
Bro. What did I say before we started the stream, bro?
Yeah, you did say that. Yeah, you did say that.
Like a lot of these teams, and no disrespect at all, but when you've got teams like fucking Curacao and Panama all in the group stages, bro, I don't want to see my star fucking players going out and playing against fucking maths teachers and plumbers. Like it's like, bro, the risk of injury, all this kind of shit. I don't feel comfortable. And any Arsenal fan, let me know. Would you feel comfortable against England versus Panama watching Declan Rice go in for a 50-50 with a maths teacher? I wouldn't be happy if it was Cobby.
Bro, that maths teacher, will be looking to try and make some highlight reels. You know what I'm trying to say?
You get me? If he ends up on crutches, he gets a few fucking paid weeks holiday, you know what I mean? And goes back and everyone thinks he's a star in his little fucking local primary school, you get me? Fucking Cobby comes back on crutches. The start of our season's gone. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I don't want to see these fucking smaller nations. Like, we've expanded the World Cup to include more of the world, and I get that. But at the same time, it's not for everyone. When it's elite competition and everyone that's there is a professional footballer, that's where you're gonna get the best World Cups. But when you've got fucking 10 teams, that all of them teams, they might be fucking 7 full-time professionals, and everyone else is only there to make up numbers because they don't fucking have enough professional ballers. Like, nah, man. Like, fuck this.
To be fair, when you think about it like that, it is quite risky, isn't it? Because
because look at it like this.
Trying to include everyone, but you're playing against guys really that you just don't know. They could be out there to try and make a statement, and that statement might be, bro, I'm gonna crunch into someone. You know what I'm trying to say?
Look at it like this. Just in the group stages, we've got to play Panama. Brazil have got to play Curacao. Bro, who the fuck knows one Panama player or one Curacao player? You know what I'm saying?
Michael Scofield.
Bro, this is the thing is, these man now, it's gonna be a case of fucking anything can happen, and you've got players like fucking Neymar, Harry Kane, fucking Declan Rice, Kobe Mainoo, all these fucking high-paid players taking a risk going in for a challenge with a maths teacher or a plumber or an electrician. For what? To make these smaller nations feel included. Bro, the fact that they play big teams in the qualifiers and don't make it, you played Brazil. That's a win. You know what I mean? You might have played Spain one year. You might have played, bro. That's where these smaller nations get their little taste of the World Cup in the qualifiers. But unless you can do the impossible and make it to the elite fucking, like, nah, man. Like the fact that we've got so many, like I was looking because Lumi was asking who's going to be the worst team and that. I'm looking through the groups and that, bro. Argentina's group. There's not one competitive game in that group. You know what I mean? And all I'm thinking is, if I'm fucking David Beckham and I'm looking at it like, wait, I'm sending Lionel Messi to play in the World Cup and he's playing against fucking amateurs. He's playing against Jordan and fucking Algeria and shit. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? At his age, why are we risking him going in against fucking part-time professionals? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. You're gonna have Mbappe and Dembele and these kind of players that are on fucking quarter to £500,000 fucking pounds a week going in for fucking challenges against defenders that are fucking. They only play Sunday league football. Monday to Friday is a fucking science teacher or something. It's like, what are we doing? What?
Yeah,
The
crazy,
game is fucked. How many fucking injuries could come just in this World Cup? And look what you just said there: 3 red cards already.
bro,
So you're telling
South Africa
right?
had 2 men sent off, yeah, and Mexico has someone sent off. It's crazy, man.
which tells you that no one in that fucking on that field can tackle for shit, can they?
Well, the thing is, yeah, I've been watching the game on and off, yeah, and it does seem a bit reckless. You know what I mean? Like,
But this is just them man play. It's Sunday league. You're watching Sunday league at the World Cup. I've not even got it on the screen, but I guarantee what you're seeing is Sunday league, no?
You know what? Yeah, it's very when you're used to watching like Spain and France and stuff like that, yeah, and then you watch this, you think, yeah, there's something majorly missing. You know what I mean? So
this is the thing, just to make extra.
You never know. Maybe them teams can scumbag it to the final. You never know.
But this is the thing. I already do feel like the fix is in with this. Like, it's America. Yeah. It's definitely shady anyway. You know what I mean? But then the fact of, like I say, I've been saying it for time. The thing with the ball in it, like that's some shady shit there. Fucking the fact that, like, I swear when they did the draw, that weren't like the first 3 teams out of the draw: Mexico, Canada, and America.
I can't even remember. I didn't even see it.
I swear when they were drawing out the groups and like who did like Group A, Group B, Group, I swear it went like fucking.
It was all 3 of them teams in a row.
3 was out, was them 3 in separate ones, so they couldn't play each other neither. You know what I mean? It was like, nah, this is bullshit.
Yeah, but the thing is, they couldn't play each other anyway, because I think they're all the host nations, isn't it?
Yeah,
so America, Mexico,
to come
Canada,
out of a total random draw and the 3 host nations be the first 3 out of fucking what, 48 or some shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. Isn't
it? The odds are not right there, man. It's not happening. But like I say, I do feel like one of those teams is definitely going to get to like the quarters. Definitely. Like I say,
let's see.
But they're gonna. It's gonna be a very weird fucking World Cup, because so many of the games are like late times and the stadiums are gonna be half empty on a lot of the games, and that, like, it's not. I'm already not feeling like it's World Cup.
Yeah, you know but I mean? Again, it's because it's that kind of game. I think there'll be one game that might kick it off, and then you'll be like, yeah, maybe this is gonna be a good World Cup, innit? I'm just seeing Ronaldinho and Yamal, little advert, McDonald's advert. But yeah, listen, man, who knows, innit? Who knows? I think it might be a good World Cup, but that game I just see there, yeah, it's not a great. It's not a game you really want to watch, innit? But Mexico won 2-0, and that's the main thing, innit?
But how many games there's gonna be in the group stages alone? How many World Cup games there are that is like, that's a nothing game. And that shouldn't happen. You know what I mean? Normally in a World Cup, you might get 2 of those where it's like, it's nothing that, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
who finishes third place, basically, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But fucking hell, like this time round, there's so many teams that I couldn't give a shit about watching. Like I
But
say,
the thing is, when I was going through some of the fixtures, there's a lot of games there that I'm thinking, yeah, I don't particularly want to watch them games. But you never know, them games could actually be good. You know what I'm trying to say? So,
but that's what I'm saying. Will they be good? Like I say, you could get
mm,
fucking like that game that you just watched there, the Mexico South Africa. That could have been 5-4. You get me? But is that gonna be the same as the Bayern Munich PSG 5-4 in quality? Because I
no
know
way.
I can go to the park and watch kids put 5 against someone while conceding 4, and it's not gonna be like watching that PSG Bayern game. It's
Yeah.
you know what I mean? There's levels to it. And for me,
Mm,
I don't care how fucking back and forth it is or how dominant one team looks over the other when both teams are nothing teams. It's like,
yeah.
well, it's how impressive is it? Like I say, I could go and watch a Sunday League game that could have the same scoreline and it'll probably be around about the same quality as some of these games. I can't get
Mm,
hyped for it, man. Like I say, there's fucking 3 guaranteed England games. That's all you guaranteed, really, when you start in the group stage. We've got
yeah.
Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. I have no intention of watching that Panama game.
You see that Ghana game? I'll tell you now, yeah. Someone's gonna get injured in that game. I
Bro,
swear to God.
but this is what
Someone's
this is
getting
what I'm
injured.
saying. I expect it,
Someone's
but
getting injured.
fucking madness.
Hey, someone's gonna get injured, man. I don't know who it's gonna be, yeah, but someone's gonna be on the end of a challenge from someone from Ghana. I promise you.
Bro.
I promise you, because when it comes to World Cup, them guys are playing for their life, man, and they're gonna be taking no prisoners. I promise you.
Yeah,
I'm
nah,
looking forward
trust
to
me.
that one. Yeah, but
Fucking
guys,
hell.
listen up. We're gonna wrap it up anyway. Listen, if you guys haven't seen my short from the other day, Manchester United, for some reason, I just don't understand why we're not being linked to left-footed central midfielders. It makes no sense. You know, if you haven't seen my short, make sure you give that a watch because it kind of explains it there. You know, but all I'm saying, this era that we're in right now, you know, the teams that are dominating, you know, you look at club-wise, PSG, left-footed central midfielder. You think of the triangle that they have with, you know, William Pacho, Nuno Mendes, and Fabian Ruiz for the balance of the midfield and for the team. They're dominating. And you look at Spain, the same guy that plays for PSG also plays for Spain, along with Mikel Merino, who are both left-footed. So Man United are being linked to Fernandez. You know, I like Fernandez. Obviously, Anderson, which I always said is going to Man City anyway. You know, Alex Scott's going to cost a lot of money. Chouamani's in there. Sandro Tonali as well. But there's no talk of Camavinga. And the funny thing is, Fitz, yeah, I actually see something today. Camavinga, he's available, you know, he's actually available. Every time I keep checking news, yeah, there's talk about Man United are monitoring Camavinga. But I think the fact that Jose Mourinho got confirmed today, I think they're waiting on Jose Mourinho to just confirm that the players he doesn't want. And I keep seeing there's 6 players that he doesn't want, and Camavinga's one of them. So I'm just hoping Man United, you know, just get the left-footed midfielders. I think it's essential for me. No one's speaking on it. You know, it's all the right-footed players we're being linked with that people just seem too interested in. But I promise you, we need to get left-footed central midfielders. It is important for the balance of the team and to help play some you know, front foot football, some continuous good football for me. So yeah, man, let's just wait and see what happens in it. But yeah, I think at this time, man, it's a bit boring because all we hear is the same old news, really. But
Yeah,
it's gonna be the domino effect, man. Someone's gonna
that,
make a bid for someone, and then that's
but
when we're gonna see.
that's what I'm
Mm,
saying. No, I feel like with
mm,
a lot of players, they're
yeah,
waiting until the World Cup's done. You know what I mean? Like, so there's
you
certain
reckon?
players that they're waiting, but then like other players, like for example,
Mm,
Camavinga, they're waiting to find out what the stance is because my man's kind of come out and said that he wants to fight for his place, but if he's getting told by a new manager, yo, you're up for sale,
Yeah.
that's it in it. Now we can go in for him because it makes sense, but there's no point in trying to go in unless he's getting pushed out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Same with the
exactly.
Tonali. I
Exactly.
feel like because a lot of the time now, if you look at the more recent fucking signings that we've had, like
Mm,
we seem to get the personal terms agreed on, and then go in and deal with the club. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
before we even put in a bid, it's pretty much confirmed that yeah, so and so is gonna come. You get me? Like
yeah,
Cunha. We knew Cunha wanted to had basically agreed to come before we even put in an official bid. Same with
yeah,
Mbumo. Knew that with Lamens. You know what I mean? It's been like that
yeah.
with Baleba basically. So I
Mm,
feel like with Tonali, there probably is a bit of a bidding war going on. I feel like no one's putting in a bid until they know, because no one wants that bidding war because they know that's where we're all going to get fleeced. So
yeah, yeah,
basically,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
let's see
Exactly.
who he agrees with, and then that person, everyone else steps back in it. It's like let's see who he wants to go to the dance with, and everybody else will just fucking say, "All right, fair play," in it.
Yeah. I'll be
But
I'll be very interested to see, yeah, who is gonna be the first player that is gonna be, the kind of standard for what teams are gonna start offering. Because if you think of City have had the 80 million bid for Anderson rejected.
yeah,
So as soon as that bid was put in and everyone knows it's 80 million rejected, that's when the likes of Matthias Fernandez, the likes of Alex Scott, Tonali, Baleba, this is where them teams now are going to be looking right. Is Anderson better than them players? If they're
yeah,
looking for 80 million, best believe that we're trying to look at the same thing now as well.
yeah.
So
No, but that's the thing. We know with certain players,
yeah,
there's a certain price on the minute. Like
yeah,
with Tonali, they can't really go higher than a certain price because first and foremost, he's not gonna fit the homegrown quota because he's not English.
yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
so you can't put that English tax on. He's
Mm,
also a couple years older as well, so you can't put that. He's gonna grow into a better player because he's already the player that he is.
yeah,
So the players that we're looking at, because I know we have been linked with like Wharton and fucking Anderson and whatnot, but I don't think they're serious links. I think they're just we're in the conversation because it's like if, for example, if we're hearing that our City and Liverpool are in for Wharton and Anderson, makes sense
mm,
us at least getting onto their agent and saying what would he want. You know what I mean? Like, and
mm,
that's all it takes to be linked with someone.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? So if they've fucking rang up and just inquired, like, well, what is it that you did want for him and what would he want in wages? Fucking feel it out, innit? Obviously, if
yeah,
they've heard fucking, oh yeah, they're gonna want 100 and whatever million, United's probably just straight off there, or fuck that, but doesn't stop us being linked with him now because we have actually inquired with the agent or whatever. But personally, I feel like the people that we're linked with, like we've been linked with that Fernandez and Alex Scott, but I feel like that again, that's just we're just trying to see where the best value for the money is in it. It's like that Edison deal, not the best centre mid, but is an upgrade on Ugarte, and that's what he's clearly coming in to be in it. But
yeah. But if
obviously,
if you look at the fact how much we've got him for and all the prices that are being touted around now, Man United have actually done some good work there when you
yeah,
think
yeah,
about it. You know what I mean?
absolute steal. But that's the thing.
Yeah,
We'll be shopping around and looking at players that have only got like a year or whatever left on the contract because
yeah,
we know there's a lot more room to negotiate with those teams in it.
yeah,
Obviously, fucking one sec, stop, girl.
mm,
But it's one of them. Obviously, because we know we've got so much work to do, we don't
mm,
want to overspend on fucking anyone. So I feel like it's one of them. Like we're not going to bid for Tonali for somebody else to come in and bid 5 mil more and get us into that bullshit. We
yeah,
prefer
yeah, yeah.
let's just
Exactly.
make it so that he comes out and says, "I want United," just like Cunha did, just like Mbumo did. And obviously,
Mm,
it makes the job 10 times easier, innit?
yeah,
Uh, obviously, that seems to be the way that Wilcox and that work. So I don't expect to hear shit until it's pretty much that's what's happening right now. Everything will just be linked because we'll be shopping about in it. We'll just be asking what's the wage he wants and what's the club want, getting the list all together and all the prices together, and then they'll sit down and say, right, well, fuck that and fuck that. Let's look at these two and let's look at this guy. And I like I say, I'm not taking many of the links serious. I'm pretty much got in mind, like I can see where we're really aiming at, because there's been names that have been linked for a couple months now. Some of these other names like Matthias Fernandez and fucking Alex Scott, these are only recently popping up. The Wharton
Yeah.
and Anderson things only recently popping up. But again, I can see that as just if we don't ask, we might kick ourselves. If we fucking find out that he's gonna go to fucking Liverpool for 100K a week and fucking go for 50 mil, we should have asked. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I feel like with them, it's just seeing what the price tags are and whatnot. But I think we already knew before the season ended we want profiles like a Tonali, a Camavinga, the Tuchemeni. I think we've already kind of picked who we want, but
As I said, I can't there's not been any talk about Camavinga for some reason, but every time I keep checking the news, Man United are monitoring him. There's something going on with Camavinga and Man United, but I just don't know why
we
there's
have
not
been
been any
actually
concrete.
like linked like with him for a while, whilst there's been rumblings about him fucking being moved on and him putting a price tag on him and all that. Like we've been the main club that has been linked with him for the longest.
Yeah,
but
I just think as soon as there's an indication that Real Madrid want to move him on, I think that's when United make their move, because he's not going to cost 100. He's going to cost about 70 mil.
Yeah.
So
but this is the thing. I think they've probably fucking reached out to Camavinga and asked what would he want, and he might have fucking said something like fucking say 350K a week, because he wants to stay at Real. But then if in a month's time he gets told by Jose, I don't want you here, you better find a new club, then obviously he might then take 250, because he knows he's not really got a choice and nobody else is going to pay him that 350 once he like shops around. Obviously, say if like PSG don't come in for him, Bayern's not going to pay that kind of wage unless fucking City went in for him or something. You know what I mean? But there's only like, unless he goes Saudi or Turkey, there's only fucking like 2 or 3 clubs that are going to pay that. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is that they're saying that United, Liverpool, and Chelsea are monitoring him. And who did I see the other day? I think I read something the other day. Who was it? It was a ex-Chelsea. Oh, Emmanuel Petit. So Emmanuel Petit said Chelsea need to go and sign Camavinga to replace to partner him with Moises Caicedo. Yeah, I see that the other day. As I'm trying to say to you, man, like Man United have to be all over that. But from what I'm seeing, Man United are in for him. It's just that I think it's just the fact that Mourinho's now been confirmed. I think we're just waiting on Mourinho to either say him or Tchouaméni are not, because I actually believe one of them is going to be available. I think at least one of them, and this is when Man United probably make their move, innit? So yeah, let's wait and see what happens, man. But yeah, I mean, as I said, man, yeah, just this at the moment it's boring because the same old news that's been, like regurgitated in a sense, innit? But I think once a team makes their move, I think this is when the domino effect is going to start. So I think that's what United are definitely waiting on. They're waiting for someone to put a bid on someone, and then United will probably know what they're going to do. And this is why I'm saying the Baleba one, yeah, I think United are being clever with the Baleba one, because they know that Baleba, he's not had a great season, but they know that they can get him for less than what a lot of the other players have been quoted for. But I think it's a case where Brighton are obviously seeing how much, a lot of the other players are going for. And United want him, but they're just biding their time in a sense, So, yeah. Yeah, let's just see, man. Let's just see. But listen, we're gonna wrap it up anyway. Guys, big up to yourselves for coming through each and every time. Make sure you smash that like button on your way out. And guys, make sure you go and follow Fitz as well on his socials, which is in the description. And as I said, yeah, our best all-time 11 Borussia Dortmund team. We are going to be back next week for the PSG one. So we're going to be doing it on. We're going to be moving to France, and PSG is the first team, which is going to be a difficult one. I'm not going to be live tomorrow, guys, but I will be live on Saturday, 11 p.m. for the first watch along. Barcelona, Brazil versus Morocco at 11. So yeah, make sure you guys come through and join the stream. And listen, yeah, I'm looking forward to the World Cup, and I think there's no better chance to start off and watch, a team that has the most World Cups in Brazil, in it. So obviously no Neymar. Neymar's not playing the first game, but they have got obviously Vinicius Juniors, Cunha, etc. playing for them, Casemiro. So yeah, let's see what they can do. So yeah, I'll be live on Saturday at 11 p.m. but there won't be no live stream tomorrow. So again, I might put some uploads on. So yeah, just keep your eyes peeled for the uploads. And as I say, yeah, we'll be back as well with some all-time teams as well. So yeah, but big up to yourselves each and every time as well. As I said, make sure you smash the like. Make sure if you're new in there, you sub to the channel as well. And as I say, World Cup underway, 3 sending offs. And yeah, listen, hopefully it's gonna be good, man. If it's gonna be a bad World Cup, yeah, I'll be pretty depressed, man. I ain't gonna lie, because World Cup is one tournament, man, that the majority look forward to, innit? So yeah, let's see what happens, man. But other than that, Fitz, big up yourself, bro. You gonna stay on, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Yeah? All right, man.
Yeah, man.
People, big up to yourself. Big up to all the mods as well. Take it easy.